welcome back to another episode of Thrive by the Rising Muse. I'm Natty.
I'm Vita.
And we are here to thrive.
Today we're talking about something that touches every single one of us. Anxiety.
I know nothing about that.
Me neither. Whether it shows up as overthinking, panic, worry, feeling overwhelmed, or I don't even know what's wrong, but something does not feel right.
I needed to wear my shirt that says, give me a minute, I'm overthinking it.
And I need to wear my shirt that says, undiagnosed, but something ain't right.
And I want to say this very, very clear. Anxiety is not a character flaw. It is not a spiritual weakness.
No.
And it's not proof that you don't trust God.
Right.
It's human, and it's part of the human experience that even the strongest faith-filled people go through. Do not let charlatans on the internet tell you that you don't trust God because you have anxiety.
Who is Charlotte?
Charlatan.
Oh, fools on the internet.
Thank you. That's a better word.
And think about it. Moses.
You said Charlie. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Moses.
Yeah.
When God told Moses to go tell Pharaoh, let my people go. Okay. Moses had a stuttering problem.
Right.
And I can see him like, but God, I can't do this. And God said, I will speak for you. And he did.
Well, when Jesus was at Gethsemane saying, if I don't have to do this, but if it's your will, I'm not sure he was singing lullabies and being happy.
No.
Because he knew what was about to happen.
Because he was human.
Right.
So he experienced the human side of it, and knowing that you're going to go and be crucified. Yeah, he has some anxiety there. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. And if you've been beating yourself up about your anxiety, sister, brother, breathe. You are in good company.
Great company. So we're going to break this down with compassion, psychology, scripture, and real conversations. Today we're giving you tools, not judgment.
Right.
So let's talk about what is anxiety.
Let's break it down in therapist terms. What exactly is anxiety?
Yes, ma'am. Anxiety is the body's alarm system, like a smoke detector. It goes off when there's danger or when it perceives danger. The problem is, for many of us, the alarm starts going off even when there's no fire.
Like a car alarm going off because a leaf fell on it.
Or somebody
bumped it, and So basically anxiety is wah.
It's an alarm.
It's an alarm.
Saying something might be wrong.
Something does not feel right.
Correct. The body says something is wrong. But the mind can always find the threat.
And that's where the spiraling starts.
Yes, anxiety is a combination of three things: thoughts, feelings, and body sensations. They all interact. And if we don't know how they connect, we feel powerless.
Yes, we do.
Well, for years, I didn't even realize that anxiety was anxiety. I thought I was just on the edge or overwhelmed. I've said this so many times, but it bears repeating. I am 53 years old. And
you don't look a day of 2.5.
Oh, thank you, baby. But I remember in those 53 years, 3 minutes in my whole life where my brain has been quiet. My brain has never been quiet since I have memory of myself in those 53 years. And it was so shocking that my brain was quiet for those 3 minutes that I went to the doctor to see what was wrong. Because my brain has never been quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Never.
never. My brain is always going.
I'm a witness.
Yeah. And you're trying to keep it together. You know this. We have conversation, and if I'm in a stream of consciousness, jump from one topic to the other, to the other, to the other, and I'm capable of coming back and finish the other.
Mm-hmm.
God bless you.
God bless me.
So yeah, I thought functioning meant I didn't have anxiety. I was getting everything done, but I had headaches. My stomach was oh my god, the days before a test,
Mm-hmm.
my stomach was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
And tensions, I thought that was normal.
You don't even realize that your teeth are clenched together with so much power,
Mm-hmm.
and that can make your mouth sore.
Yeah.
Also, the back of your neck.
Oh, I've always said that I
Why
have
am
an
I
elephant
hurting?
right here, sitting
All
right
up
here.
in here.
Mhm.
Why am I hurting?
Mhm.
Why am I
Mhm.
anxiety?
And sometimes you feel like a numbness in your head and your whole body. Like it's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, I thought it was something else, but that's so. And I realized I had anxiety as an adult. But when I look back at the symptoms, like I said, I don't know a time in my life when I haven't had anxiety.
Well, I remember I had anxiety when I was a child.
Mhm.
Whenever report cards came out,
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time, and I was in, Lawrence and I were in the same class in fourth grade, and the report cards were coming out, and I really feared my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And didn't know it was anxiety. All I knew is that my leg was shaking so bad
Mm-hmm.
that the kids in my classroom, they were trying to lean on them to stop them from shaking. I mean, I was shaking that bad.
Wow.
Afraid to see what was on my report card because I was afraid whatever it was, it wouldn't be good enough.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's when I remember, okay, anxiety went way back with me.
Oh, yeah. I my anxiety, I can track it probably all the way back to 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I had anything before. It's just that I don't have memory of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I can track my anxiety all the way to when I was 5. Not a surprise. I had a caretaker
Mm-hmm.
that physically abused me
Mm-hmm.
and would wake me up in the middle of the night, beating me up.
Yeah.
So I would, and I was anxious at night because I didn't know if that was the night that she was gonna decide to hit me.
Mm-hmm.
And then leaving that house, she would hit me to tell me not to tell my mom, which that was anxiety. And then on the way, when I had to come back, I was anxious because I was coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And
going back into that dangerous
situation.
environment.
So, like I said, I can track my anxiety all the way back to 5. Probably a little bit earlier, but I don't have memory of those things. I can track it all the way to 5 years old. Mm-hmm.
Well, we normalize so much dysfunction that we don't recognize distress.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And my healing started when I stopped shaming myself and said, my body is not my enemy. My body is signaling me that something is wrong.
Right. And the thing is, maybe there's not something wrong physically, but there's something wrong emotionally. There's something in the environment that's triggering this. And right there, that's healing. When you realize it's not that your body's working against you, your body's sending an alarm for a reason. So I want listeners to know your anxiety is not a failure.
Nope.
It's information.
Yes. My anxiety didn't look like panic attacks, not in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mine hid behind overfunctioning,
Mm-hmm.
being the strong one. Um, if I could control everything, I felt safe.
Mm-hmm.
But internally, there was a war going on.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I had an anxiety attack one night. We had to go to Birmingham for family reunion,
Mm.
and our car was messing up.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to rent a car,
Mm.
and money was short.
Mm-hmm.
And that night, I'm laying down and I'm just looking at the ceiling, saying, "How are we going to do this? How are we going to take care of it?" My nerves, as we say,
Mm-hmm.
got so bad that there wasn't enough room in my house to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't enough air. I had to go out on the front
Mm-hmm.
porch just to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Anxiety had taken over my whole body.
Mm-hmm.
And on the inside, stomach hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Anxiety can cause you to sweat.
Yes.
Start sweating.
How many people have gone to the emergency room thinking that they're having a heart attack and it's an anxiety attack?
Yes.
It's a panic attack. Because
Exactly.
sometimes it simulates the symptoms
Mm-hmm.
of a heart attack. Your
Mm-hmm.
chest is tight, you can't breathe,
Mm-hmm.
everything hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really. And control is a trauma response. When you're trying to control things, it's a trauma is because trauma has told your brain that things around you are out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, you're trying to gain control somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are trying to control things to feel safe, that's a trauma response.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It is absolutely. And the moment I admitted, hey, I'm anxious, God met me with compassion and not condemnation.
Mm-hmm. Amen. Um, let's talk about how thoughts trigger the body and the body triggers that happen with anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
There's something called the anxiety cycle. This is one of my favorite therapist tools because when people understand this, they stop feeling crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Break it down for us, Dr. Matters.
I am not a doctor,
Mm-hmm.
but thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how anxiety works: a thought triggers a body reaction, and the body reaction triggers more thoughts. And then the cycle loops.
Mm-hmm.
Thought, reaction, thought, reaction. Example: you think, what if something bad happens? Your heart races. Then you think, why is my heart racing? Is something wrong? Then the body gets tighter, more fear, more thoughts, and suddenly you're in a full panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So the body is responding to the mind, and the mind is responding to the body.
Think about this as a parent. Your teenager or young adult goes out at night, and now that we have text and stuff, you text them, they don't respond. You call them, they don't answer the phone. You start thinking, did something happen? Now your body starts getting agitated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it's getting later.
Mm-hmm.
And the anxiety keeps going. And you start thinking the worst.
Mm-hmm.
And your body's even agitated more and your breathing is getting shorter.
Right.
When when the least you imagine, you're in the middle of a panic attack, the child comes in, what is wrong with you? I was fine. And you don't know to smack him with a broom
Mm-hmm.
or give him a hug.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yes, and that's why you can't think your way out of anxiety because your brain is already in a loop
Mm-hmm.
and the body is involved.
Yes.
Mhm.
And that's why faith alone, without tools, can leave people feeling defeated.
Yes, indeed. God created your nervous system. Think about that first. And learning how it works honors Him. So let's talk about the hidden forms of anxiety. Overthinking. I'm an overthinker.
Just keep your hand up.
People pleasing. I got out of that one. It took healing.
I got out of that one.
I got out of that one. Control. I can't say I'm totally healed, but I'm on my way. Perfectionism. No, I am not a perfectionist. Well, when it comes to work stuff, because you see my house, I am not a perfectionist.
Let's put it this way. Truthfully,
Yeah.
she never says the word, I'm a perfectionist.
And I don't always want anything
but
perfect.
her actions
Okay.
say something else differently. Okay? It's like we all want everything to be in the right place,
Yes.
and where it's supposed to be, and stuff like that. But some of us are a little more
Enthusiastic about it.
okay, we'll use that word than others. Yeah, that's it. Enthusiastic.
I just like to anticipate stuff so that that is control.
That is control.
Like you and I were talking about lunch that is not going to happen for another 2 weeks this morning. I was trying to anticipate so that I can plan properly. I have anxiety. I've never denied it. Diagnosed and everything. Actually, my first diagnosis was generalized anxiety disorder. It means anything can give me anxiety. So there you go.
Okay. Let's talk about the sneaky forms of anxiety.
I don't think they're that sneaky, but okay. Because anxiety really doesn't always look like a panic attack. So let's talk about the first one. My favorite, not because it's favorite, it's because it's who I am. Well, it's not who I am, but it's how I act. Overthinking. Overthinking is anxiety dressed up as analysis. And it's true. I dissect everything.
True.
If you rehearse conversations, which I do.
True.
Oh my God, I do so much. Because it gives me anxiety. Here's the issue for me. If I have to say a regular conversation, no, but if I have something important to say, I fear that I'm not going to be able to say everything I need to say. And that when I walk away, there's something that's going to be left unsaid. So I rehearse the conversations in my head because then when I'm finally in front of you to have the conversation, that's in the front of my brain and everything that I need to say is said. I it's like when you're practicing a speech. You need to practice. I don't practice in front of a mirror, but I do practice it in my head.
Practice with me.
Yes, I do.
She'll say, I had a thought. Oh, Lord. Let me pass something by you. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Give it to me. Mm-hmm.
Replay mistakes. Yes, I do that too.
Yes.
But in my defense, I'm trying to find what I did wrong so I can do it better next time.
Okay, well, all right. I think it's great.
You imagine the worst case scenarios, of course, so that you know that if the worst case scenario doesn't happen, you're ready for anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's anxiety. And like I said, I'm not denying I have anxiety. Now you can talk about this one because that was yours.
Let's talk about hidden forms of people pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. People pleasing is anxiety, and it's about rejection or conflict.
Mm-hmm.
I avoided conflict at all costs because my childhood was very traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
So, avoided conflict. And my answer to avoiding conflict is to do whatever I can to please you and make you happy and make you like me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Just knowing that somebody didn't like me, it bothers me. It bothered me because I'm like, I'm a nice person. try to treat everybody, well and all this stuff, but I got into the habit of trying to please everybody, and especially in church. People ask you to do things, I would always say yes, and then I realized, oh my God, I got 5 things that's due at the same time. And that would really cause my anxiety. But through much therapy over the years, I was taught to say, I can't do it, but I'm praying that God will put the person in your path who can help you with this, instead of just saying no. Now, no and yes are complete sentences.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? They can have a period at the end. They can have exclamation point.
Not a question mark.
They can have a question mark.
Okay.
No. Yes. Yeah. Yes, they can.
Yeah, my mama was very good at helping me not give a happy about what other people thought about me. But I can't deny I went through periods of people pleasing, but I got over that one real good. Yeah, control.
I'm over it now.
Yeah,
but it took a long time.
Control. Another one that I can identify with.
All right, Miss Jackson. Go ahead on.
Who's Miss Jackson?
Janet Jackson. Control.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't remember that song. Control is anxiety that doesn't trust anything unpredictable.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And yes.
Right.
Like I said, I try to prepare for all kinds of scenarios, because if I'm prepared for the worst, then anything else is gravy.
Yes.
And it has been, I think I've been totally surprised a couple of times in my life, but it's very hard to surprise me because I consider every scenario, like even good surprises. My mom would get frustrated because she would try to surprise me, I don't know, for a birthday or something. And even though I pretended that I was surprised, she was like, "You knew." Because it was hard. I would be like, "I don't hear nothing, noises," and she's not preparing. So they got something going on. So even surprising me was hard, which is sucks because good surprises are good. But yeah, my overthinking and the control of not trying to have everything predictable. And I'm not gonna lie, it's God has worked on it for me, especially in the last 3 years. Because in the last 3 years, everything has become unpredictable. So I have given a lot to the Lord. He's worked a lot with me.
Yes.
I mean, if you are a regular in our show, I've said many, many times that I always tell God, I will do what you want me, but can I take a peek at the calendar? I've said that publicly, so it's not a surprise. And that's part of my control because I don't, the unpredictability. But the last 3 years, the last four, have been totally unpredictable for my life. So the Lord is working on those control things because, hey, there's nothing I can do. And the things that are happening are nothing but God. And He's taken care of everything in the last 4 years without my input or me. So yeah, he's been working hard on those control issues.
Yeah, it's like, Lord, I trust you, but if you can give me a brief overview about what is to come, I would feel much better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I said, I don't lie. That's me. And you know what? I'll wait your time, but if you can give me a ballpark on when is it going to happen, it'll be nice.
Control.
Yeah, it is. All right, get to the next one.
All right. Let's talk about perfectionism. Now, you know I have...
No, you don't have that at all.
No, I have a comment about perfectionism.
Oh, okay.
Perfectionism is anxiety about not being enough.
Okay.
Um, Perfectionism.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard people say, I'm a perfectionist. What exactly is that? Because you put everything in its proper place, or to me,
Mm-hmm.
perfectionism says that God made a mistake. He's not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is none perfect but God.
Amen.
All right. So, and I'm a perfectionist. We're all trying to be like God. But when you start labeling yourself as a perfectionist, it's like God is not enough. So I just got to do a little extra
Yeah,
to get me there.
I've never labeled myself as a perfectionist.
Me neither.
Cause
Nowhere near.
no, I label myself as a mess.
I agree.
But really, but not as a perfectionist. No, not at all. I'm very well aware that I'm a flawed individual.
Mm-hmm.
That sometimes I don't come out the right way. Like I was having this conversation with a young lady, and she was asking for some advice. And in my brain, I was saying I need more information to give her the advice she needed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I started asking questions, and she thought she was being judged. I was like, whoa, no, 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 no. Slow down.
Mm-hmm.
You asked me this question. I'm trying to give you an informed response. So the questions I'm asking are not judging what you have or what you've done. I'm trying to figure out what's going on so that I can actually give you some advice, which is what you're asking for. We ended the conversation very well. But I know, and I don't know if it's a language barrier or the way, but I know sometimes I say things. You and I go through that sometimes where you look at me and you say, I can't with you because I come across, I'm a mess. Yeah. But people either love me or hate me, and I'm okay with
I have learned through our relationship,
it.
okay, my love is unconditional.
Yeah.
But when she goes off a certain way, I just have to sit down and wait for her to land. That's it. It's like, why are you looking at me like this? I'm just waiting for you to land. Um, and we've learned each other.
Oh, yeah.
There is nothing that I would purposefully do
Mm-hmm.
to increase her anxiety or even take her back to bad experiences, throughout her life.
Mm-hmm.
When you sit down and you share,
Right.
and you learn the deepest fears, or the deepest hurts, the deepest feeling insufficient, and traumatized.
Right.
There are so many of us walk around traumatized, we don't even know, because it feels normal. That's the
your
life
normal
that you live in.
Yeah, you don't know
It's
any
like,
different.
okay. So if things are calm, oh my God, everything's calm. Something's getting ready to happen. Anxiety. It's like, I don't deserve to have calm atmosphere.
Peace and quiet.
But we do.
Oh, yes, we do.
Okay.
So let's talk about how anxiety shows up in the body. You want to start?
Chest tight.
Yes. Shallow breathing.
Jaw tension.
Headaches.
Migraines.
Yes. Stomach distress.
Yes. Restlessness.
Difficulty focusing.
Yes.
Now we can talk about how our crochet started because that was due to anxiety.
Yeah, that was due to anxiety.
I had a migraine for over a week. No medication took it away. No getting rest took it away. Nothing took it away. And I remember praying, saying, I don't know what to do. And I hadn't gone to the doctor, but it was a headache. I didn't think it was bad enough to go to the doctor. And I remember God saying, go do something creative. And I'm like, everything I do is creative. I'm a writer. I'm this. He said, nope, with your hands. And I remember I was driving and I said, ooh, that's when the defunct 30-second moment of silence for Joanne's was open. And I stopped there and I didn't know what I was doing because the last time I crochet I was like 8 years old. Mm-hmm. Somebody taught me how to do some chains and a doily. Mm-hmm. That was it. That was when I was 8. That's been a minute. Mm-hmm. And so I went through the yarn, got something pretty, and looked at the yarn. Usually tells you what hook is recommended. So I went and got it. And I got in the car and I called you and I said, ooh, I told you the story about the Lord telling me and this was going to be better. And she said, so you got me one too? I'm about to.
You turned in the parking lot. Had to go back.
Got back in the car, mm-hmm. Got her a hook and the thing of yarn. And honestly, I got home. I started looking at a video on YouTube because I didn't know what I was doing. Within an hour, that headache was gone. Mm-hmm. And it's never been back because I haven't stopped crocheting since.
Right. And did you tell them what caused their headache? I'll let them know. We're already homeschool teachers, and my 14-year-old, at that time, 13-year-old 7th grader,
had joined
our homeschooling class. Yes. And
he was not transitioning
very difficult. Very difficult.
He was not transitioning well.
No, he was not transitioning well. And because of his not transitioning well, my transition wasn't well. And we started crocheting because of him.
Wait, I did go to the doctor. And because I remember that my blood pressure has always been on the floor. Mm-hmm. I've had issues with my blood pressure being low. Mm-hmm. And when I went to the doctor, it was the week after that test situation. Mm-hmm. I'll tell it. Mm-hmm. Hey, I gave him a test. He failed the test. I told him to study and to he could take it again. When I gave him the test again, he got less points. And then what he had gotten right the first time, he got it wrong
the second time.
And he even got a lesser score. Mm-hmm. So I remember I went to the doctor and I told her this to the doctor, and she was like, I understand. She was like, you never, ever have had high blood pressure. It's usually very, very low. Mm-hmm. So this is strange. What do you think it's caused? I said, I tell you exactly what it was. Mm-hmm.
It has a name.
It has a name. Mm-hmm. And this is what happened. Mm-hmm. So yeah, crochet has saved lives in this house. Mm-hmm. His and mine.
Definitely. Because see, I grew up, my mom was a school teacher. She was an 8th grade science teacher for 37 years. And I got the pleasure of her being my 8th grade science teacher when I was in the 8th grade.
Pleasure.
Found out that she requested me.
Oh, pleasure is sarcastic, by the way.
Because I had a choice. I could have gone to her or I could have gone to Miss Grant. But
she said,
She said, no, I want to teach Vita. That was the worst year of my life, but it was the worst year of my life because the kids in my class were like, oh, you get to see the answers to the test and all that. My mom would get up at 4 a.m. and type up her test. Mm-hmm. By the time I wake up, the test is typed. Mm-hmm. And back then, you had the blue paper.
I had to make copies. I remember that.
It was messy. And
yep.
So our school was 30 miles from our house. And I'm in the car with my mom every day. And I was the oldest child, so I was in the front seat. And Freddie was younger in the back seat. She would quiz me on the way to school for the science test. And when I gave her the wrong answers, there was nowhere I could go. So whatever pain she was inflicting, I was there. I had to take it. So I had anxiety.
Oh, every time you had a science
every
test.
time I had a science test.
I understand.
And then you would have to take your test home for your parents to sign, right?
She graded it.
I'd come to her class when school was over and I said, look, my science teacher hates me, okay? And no matter what I do, I just can't get a good grade in class. And she wore glasses too, so she would give me this look. And she said, wait till we get in the car. Not wait till we get home. Our parents said, wait till we get home.
Yeah,
no. Wait till we get in the car.
Oh, yeah, that's going to make me feel better.
And at that time, we were learning the metric system, too. And I see why the United States does not have the metric system. I could not learn it. And she would bring these yardsticks home. And I realized why she brought them home, because
it was not for learning purposes.
It was not for learning purposes. It was for
discipline purposes.
Okay. Yeah. Discipline.
I like
purposes.
to dress pretty.
Discipline purposes.
Yes.
So my 8th grade year was total anxiety.
Yeah.
Total. And now I know. I've had anxiety for a long time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So
but that was the only year I made the honor roll.
I bet you did.
All 12 years of school, I made the AB honor roll.
I bet you did.
Yay.
That was the only thing was going to save your life.
I know. But it was
stressful.
Nerve-wracking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very much.
So all these symptoms are your body saying, I'm overwhelmed. Don't ignore the whisper so it doesn't become a scream.
Mm-hmm. Biblical characters who battle anxiety. I love this part because anxiety is all over Scripture, all through the Bible. Elijah, panic and exhaustion. He ran, he hid, and begged God to take his life. Mm-hmm. David, my man. Fear and hypervigilance. He wrote songs in caves while hiding from Saul.
Oh, you can read some psalms that
mm-hmm.
he was having a panic attack. Mm-hmm. He was tripping. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
He even asked God on several occasions, have you abandoned me? Where are you?
Yeah.
I'm not feeling you. I'm not feeling you right now. Where are you? Yeah. So yeah. And so David wrote the Psalms in the caves while hiding from King Saul because King Saul was jealous of David because David was gifted in playing musical instruments. And whenever Saul got upset, David would just start playing and it would calm Saul down. Okay? But apparently King Saul thought that David had a little too much power.
Yeah.
So he wanted to put him in his place.
Yeah.
And Moses, remember? Panic about public speaking. He begged God to choose someone else. I stutter. When I get nervous, I stutter even more.
So you're sending the wrong one.
He begged God to choose someone else.
Right. And God didn't shame any of them. He met each and every one of them with support, reassurance, rest, and presence.
Yeah, he met them where they were.
Yes. So let's talk about God's peace as a regulator. Let's talk about how God's peace actually works.
Because sometimes people say, give it to God. And we're like, how?
Right. Well, God's peace is not an emotion, it's a physiological state.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's definitely a physiological state.
Yes, when the Holy Spirit brings peace, your nervous system shifts into rest and digest.
Mm-hmm.
Your breathing deepens,
Mm-hmm.
your muscles release,
Mm-hmm.
and your thoughts slow down.
Mm-hmm.
You feel grounded. God's peace literally regulates your body.
And he doesn't just regulate your body when the threat is gone, when the problem is gone. He regulates your body in the middle of the storm.
Yes.
That's God's peace.
Yes.
Only peace that God can give.
I remember the worst day of my life. It was um, November 11, 2009. I'm not going to even discuss of why, but I remember I couldn't pray. My
Mm-hmm.
brain was so anxiety ridden and so crazy. The only words that I could say was peace beyond understanding, peace beyond understanding, peace beyond understanding. And I kept repeating that and I kept repeating that. And the Lord kept working on the situation and on me until He gave me clarity of mind to do what I needed to do and think clearly about what needed to happen and how I needed to operate. And I went
Mm-hmm.
into a kind of autopilot mode, but it
Mm-hmm.
was the Lord controlling everything that was in me. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Now, I remember
Mm-hmm.
I was in a courtroom
Mm.
and being accused of something that was not true.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked at the judge, he looked like he was like way up there. And the expression on his face, he just looked mean. All my life, all the scripture that I know is in me, I could not think
Mm-hmm.
of anything
Mm-hmm.
except God is a present help in the time of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I could think about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know Psalms 23 backwards and forwards in
Mm-hmm.
my sleep.
English and Spanish for me. Uh-huh.
Hmm. But all I could think is God is a present help in the time of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept saying that and kept saying it over and over and over again. And even though the judge looked like he was going to side with the be on the other side,
Mm-hmm.
he said, I don't think this is
True.
what you're trying to make it look like, or
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And through that judge, God gave me grace.
Mm-hmm.
God gave me grace. I saw the grace of God.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him move on the heart of the judge. And my anxiety was so high, I could have passed out. I really could have. Thank God I was sitting down, because if I was standing,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't. I
It
wasn't
was not going to work
standing
well.
long. But thank God I was sitting down. But yeah, when that judge made his decision, I breathed. I was holding my breath the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally breathed. And my first words, thank you, God.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your grace and mercy.
Mm-hmm.
And that explains why prayer calms me physically.
Oh, yeah, because peace is a body experience.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So, let's not just talk about what anxiety is. Like we promised at the beginning, let's give you some tools
mm-hmm.
to manage the anxiety.
Yes.
So, here's some concrete, actionable examples for each of you and some of the 5 tools that we were talking about. And they are designed to be used immediately when you feel anxiety rising. Number 1, a grounding exercise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 brings the body back to present. You start counting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This technique forces your brain to switch from alarm mode to observation mode.
Mm-hmm.
That goes from the amygdala to the prefrontal cortex.
Mm-hmm.
For example, you're sitting at your desk or in a parked car. Look at 5 things you see. Look for small details. The way the lights hit, the corner of the monitor, a crumb on the floor, the texture of your steering wheel, a cloud moving in the sky, the color of your own shoes. 4 things that you can touch. Actually feel the sensation, the denim of your jeans, the cool surface of the table, the warmth of your coffee mug, your feet firmly pressed against the floor. Now think of 3 things that you can hear and that you can listen past the obvious. The hum of the air conditioner or the heater, the traffic in the distance, your own breath. Think of 2 things that you can smell: the scent of the rain or the grass.
Freshly cut grass.
Yes, your laundry detergent or your clothes. And if you can't smell anything, imagine your favorite smell. And think of something you can taste: the lingering taste of toothpaste or coffee, or take a sip of cold water. One of the things, and I can say this with scientific proof, but it's something I've heard, is limes or lemon. If you're in the middle of an anxiety attack and you suck on a lime or a lemon, it kind of gets your brain back into woo, something's happening here, and the tartness of it, and it can help you ground
It
yourself.
redirects your focus.
Right. Tool number 2. I can't say that word.
Diaphragmatic.
Breathing. Means breathing from the diaphragm. Slows the panic cycle, because when we panic, we breathe shallowly in our chest. Right, and you can hyperventilate with that.
Yes, you can.
And this signals the brain that we're in danger. So doing deep belly breathing feels safety. That's the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale through your nose quietly for the count of 4. Focus on expanding your belly, not your shoulders. Hold the breath, count 7, and exhale completely through your mouth, making a whooshing sound to the count of 8. Repeat this cycle 3 or 4 times until you can figure it out.
Okay, let's explore why it works. The long exhale stimulates the vagus nerve, which physically lowers your heart rate. Let's go to tool number 3. Naming the fear. Activates the logical brain when you can name your fear. Anxiety thrives on vague, catastrophic thoughts. Something is wrong. Naming it forces the logical brain to come online and label the experience accurately. Example, the shift. Instead of saying, I'm anxious, say, I'm noticing a sensation of tightness in my chest. The label. This is not a heart attack. This is a spike in cortisol. The reality check. I am feeling afraid because I have a presentation in 10 minutes. That is a normal psychological response to performance.
Yes, yes, yes.
Tool number 4, body scanning. Checks for tension and releases it. Anxiety often hides in specific muscles, like the jaw, shoulders, stomach. A body scan systematically releases this and is called armoring. The top down. Example, forehead. Raise your eyebrows as high as you can. Hold for 5 seconds and release. Feel the forehead smooth out, the jaw. Open your mouth wide, stretch the jaw, then let it hang loose. Unclench your teeth. Shoulders. Lift your shoulders up to your ears as far as you can go, like a turtle. Hold tight and drop them suddenly. Hands. Clenching your fists tightly. Imagining you are squeezing out a lemon, not a person. Sque- Squeezing a lemon. Then release your fingers completely. Toes. Curl your toes inward tightly. Then release them flat against the floor.
Number 5, scripture pairing, matching practical tools with spiritual truth. This anchors the physical relief in spiritual reality. For example, use the verse, the application, and the grounding. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble, yes, indeed, of its own. Matthew 6:34. It reminds you that you not only need to exist in the present moment, which is manageable, breathing, be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Use it to inhale and to think, be still. And the exhale to think and know that I am God.
Naming fear. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. Use this to label the fear. This panic is not from God. My sound mind is from God. Body scan. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. As you relax each muscle group, imagine handling that specific burden and handing it over to Jesus.
I'm remembering, I don't know what was going on at work, but this particular morning, I was very anxious on my way to work, and I was in traffic. Something was going to happen, some meetings, some that it was not going to be a good thing. It was not that I was about to have a presentation. It was like something, I don't know if I had to fire somebody or I knew something was close. It was something that was not good, and I was freaking out in the car about it when I left my house. And traffic was absolutely Atlanta, exceptionally good traffic. And I had to, well, first of all, I tried to do the God grant me the Serenity Prayer, and it was not working. And I had to remain to ground myself. I had to talk to myself and say, okay, first of all, there is nothing you can do right now about whatever's going to happen then. And then part of the serenity prayer is God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. But it's living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time. And that's the part that I hung to. Enjoying one moment at a time. And I was like, okay, so my focus right now in this car is to drive. I'm stuck in traffic. I can't move. I can run. I can just control making sure that when that car in front of me moves, I have to move. And focusing like 5 minutes at a time. By the time I got to work, it didn't matter what was going to happen. I didn't care. My anxiety was gone. And that's how I did that.
If you think anxiety makes you spiritually weak, understand it makes you human. Tools don't replace faith, they support faith.
If you're living with anxiety, be gentle with yourself. Your nervous system is doing its best to protect you.
Yes. And remember to follow us on social media. We are at the Rising Muse on all platforms and challenge them to help us I want to challenge you to help us to get to 1,000 followers on YouTube. Remember, if you're experiencing a mental health crisis, please dial 988. If a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis, please dial 911 or take them to the nearest emergency room.
If you think you're in a domestic violence relationship, need to talk to someone or some assistance, you can dial 800-799-7233 or text 887-888. Make sure that you're safe when making this outreach. Until next time, don't forget to thrive. Have a blessed day.
Bye bye.